those other good joints. It's Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. And I hope you're having a wonderful day as I make some slight adjustments. Anyway, if you are joining my channel for the first time, please hit that like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other social media platforms. Welcome to the show tonight. Now, before we get into it, I need to check a couple things. Number one, got to make sure that I can see you chatting. So let's see where the people at. Somebody say, what's happening? Anything. Give me a mic check, something. See, we got to work together because I'm a one-man show. So all the sound checking and stuff like that, y'all got to participate. It's the audience participation. All right, some people saying, hi, Kev. Now, it's not just the audio, but we got to make sure that you can hear, I don't want to hear the popping and the beatboxing in my mic. So if my mic start beatboxing, let me know, okay? Just let me know. Other than that, I think we're good to go. With that being said, I got to get loose. Somebody said loud and clear. That's what I'm talking about. The clan. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. There's some kings in the building. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Now, I just saw somebody in the chat say, Kev, bring back the phone line. Trust me, I would love to chat with you guys. But that phone line that I used to do on my live shows was actually sponsored by somebody who just liked what I was doing, and they had a podcast, and it was like, yo, we'll let you go ahead and use the phone line. I knew it wasn't going to be forever, but I appreciate them allowing me to do it for the amount of time that they did. Now, I tell you what, if YouTube get off my back and I start feeling confident, and as far as the income and stuff coming in through my channel, I'll invest in it. I would love to talk to you people. I would love to get some feedback from everybody. But right now, we got to keep the main thing until we figure something out with these shenanigans that's going on. Yeah, I mean? See, don't tell nobody, but the man is on my back. The man's on my back, and I got to get him off of that because I can't go for that, no. So before we get started, one way you can help me get the man off my back is, of course, to visit Kevin's Corner store, y'all. Yes, man. You go up in that bad boy, you'll find all kind of stuff. Yeah, you might fall in love. You might mess around and be up in there for hours. Wife or husband mad at you. You still on that website in Kevin's Corner store? I was getting something for you. That's how you get out of that. Now, baby, I was getting something for you for 4 hours going through all the stuff. So please check that out. Plus this number right here, 330-974-4607. If you text MAGA to that number, you'll be able to stay connected just in case something does go mysteriously wrong here on YouTube. Yeah. And finally, if you can or would like to, or, whatever, I do a monthly fundraiser. Who knows? If the monthly fundraiser picks up, I might be able to bring back the phone line. But right now, it's not up to me. It's up to, I just got to keep putting my head down and providing rich material, something you guys can appreciate and enjoy, and then let the chips fall where they may. So you can help sustain that by, of course, participating in my monthly fundraiser. The link is below the video. Now, with no further ado, we're about to get into this now. We're not going to jump right into the prodigal son that made a cameo appearance. See, it ain't like the one in the Bible who came home and repented and was like, Dad, I'm sorry, I blew all your money. Now, this is the crackhead version of the prodigal son. The one that came home like, all right, Dad, I've been strung out on the crack. I blew all my money and I'm in trouble. Can you get me out of some trouble? Then disappears and comes back and try to get himself out of more trouble. Yeah, that's that prodigal son. It's not the version in the Bible. But before we get into that, we got to get into a couple other things, guys. And you know how I do it. I save the best for last. So let's check in with the brand. Now, y'all know what the brand is, baby. The Big Apple, y'all. Start spreading the news. What's going on up there in that Big Apple?
New York.
Yeah. What? New York high school students forced into remote learning as 2,000 migrants shelter in schools instead. What type of nonsense is this? I don't know if I can make sense out of this. Let's see what's going on up there in the big crap.
Bus after bus pulled up in front of James Madison High School in Brooklyn. Okay. Hundreds of migrant families rushed in as they attempted to get out of the pouring rain.
They booking in there, y'all.
Yesterday, the city temporarily relocated 1,900 migrants from Floyd Benefield to James Madison High School as a precaution due to the strong storm.
Oh, look at that, guys. See. Oh, that's the homeless, guys. You see that? Yeah, see, they don't get those type of privileges here in New York. Not in America. Nah, you don't get those type of privileges. That's for the illegal immigrants. So as they sleep out in tents and in the cold, the legal immigrants get rushed into a school. But I'm sure it's okay because they would not rush these illegal immigrants into their school while school is still going on. There's no way they would do that, y'all. I mean, who knows what could go wrong, perhaps. Let's see.
The migrants were supposed to arrive at the high school after school programs concluded for the day, but that has not been the case. We saw migrants and their families going into the building way before children were dismissed.
We saw migrants and their families going into the building way before children were dismissed.
Yeah, because see, I had to slow that down to make sure I was hearing what I'm hearing. So you telling me the kiddies were still running around before school was dismissed and all of these migrants just start coming in? Now, I'm not saying that these migrants are going to suddenly just start attacking kids in there. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is this right here shows that these people are willing to bend over backwards to accommodate the illegal immigrants that they asked for, but now are complaining about. And they're doing it at the expense of American citizens. So, yeah, you know, I mean, if I had to take a wild guess, most likely none of those people coming in there, well, gonna get themselves in a pickle. But are you willing to take that chance? See, with your kids, this is stuff that makes me mad. When the Democrats, you know, they do things without thinking. They half-butt it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I had to censor that, you know, half-butt. What they do is they say, you know what, let's do stuff and then work it out on the back end. Like Joe Biden with the sudden evacuation from Afghanistan. Let's pull out. Okay, sir, but what's the plan afterwards? I don't know. Figure it out as it go. First, let's pull out, though. See, they work backwards. So now we got the migrants coming into the school before school is out. Now, we done already compromised because they weren't supposed to get there, you know, before school was out. That's the first compromise. Let's see what the second one is.
However, the DOE says that at the request of the principal, the high school will go remote on Wednesday.
What?
That's Bidenomics.
So the high school is going remote on Wednesday. Now, you do know, if I had a kid, I would jump on anything with wheels to get down to that school to get my kid out. I don't care. I'll jump on a pogo stick. It don't even have to have wheels. The whole way down to the school. Put my kid on the back and we bounce out of there like a kangaroo. I would bounce my kid up out of that school so quick. I would jump on the nearest skateboard, rolling down there. I would get myself in a buggy, or some people call it a cart, from the grocery store, like Jackass the movie. Put me in that thing and push me. Let me go, because I'm going to get my kid from this school. So my kid would have to sit at home knowing that his learning is going to take a hit, knowing that the average kid is not going to wake up fresh in the morning. Let me log on. I'm excited about learning today. Or would they be sitting there playing with their phones, playing on your computer, playing on laptops and stupid stuff like that? Yeah, while you're at work. So what are you going to do? You're going to take off work so you can stay home and make sure your kids doing their work online? See, these are the things that they just do. And it's raggedy, man. Super raggedy. Yeah, it's a buggy. See, some of y'all don't know. Yeah, when I moved down to Cincinnati, I went into Kroger's. Down there, they got Kroger's. Up here, we got Giant Eagle. So I went into the Kroger's and I asked the young man, I said, excuse me, man, where's a buggy? He said, what? I said, a buggy. What's a buggy? I said, a buggy, man. You don't know what a buggy is? Pointed at it. He was like, you mean a cart? I was like, yeah, that too. That too. Couldn't believe it. I'm thinking, are we the only people up here that use the word buggy? But anyway, So yeah, that's Bidenomics. That's how the Democrats roll, man. So now the kids got to stay home.
We all should be safe from all type of weather, but these people should have been deported back to where they came from because they came into this country illegally. They didn't come here to make our country better. I believe they came here just for votes.
No, you didn't say that.
The truth shall set you free.
Amen. Look at that. Look at that. Illegals.
Mom, I love you.
Americans. Sorry, you dirty Americans.
Well, you know what? But New York has a brand.
There it is, man.
It has a brand.
It has a brand. There you go. New York has a brand. So, I mean, who cares if they are destroying their brand by abusing their own citizens? Man, I'm telling y'all, escape from there while you can. Y'all saw the movie, man, in the 70s or early 80s. Escape from New York. Bounce. Bounce, baby, bounce. Leave that big apple to rot. Until I'm telling you, maybe, just maybe, they'll start bringing down the cost of living after all the people who pay tax dollars bounce and they're just left with illegal immigrants. Shoot, I might even be able to afford an apartment there after it all collapses. So, yeah, that's what's going on up there in New York. The kiddies got to stay home while the illegal immigrants occupy the school. So, I wonder how long that's going to last. Interesting. So now let's move on because, see, the chaos doesn't just stop there. The nonsense doesn't just stop in New York. Liberals across the board. And I ain't talking about just moderates. I'm not talking about just regular common sense people who aren't really political at all. They don't even understand or associate with liberal or conservative. They just like, yo, I'm an American citizen. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about hardcore liberals who believe in the ideology to the point where it makes you dumb. It makes you blind, where you can't properly assess situations. I mean, remind me not to get lost in like the jungle or something with a bleeding heart liberal. They would misinterpret all the dangers. Well, look at that. That snake is licking its tongue out at us. It probably wants to lick us. Oh, okay. Why don't you go over there and let them lick you then? See, that's what they would do. Do you hear that? Roar. The lions are calling out to us. Let's go and see them and pet them. Stuff like that. Look at that wolf. It's growling at us because they know what it's smiling. It's smiling. That's what it's doing. See, they don't properly assess danger. They don't properly assess, horrible decisions. In fact, what they do to cope is they would transpose the reality to fit their ideology. So in their mind, they got to go, this can't be what I think it is because it messes up my liberal ideology if I accept the truth. So what I got to do is go out of my way to make up a reason to justify what I see and say, that doesn't look right. That's where liberalism is a disease. It's a mental disease, man. So listen to these two people actually try to address the rise in crime and try to justify it. Let's hear their reasoning why crime is on the rise. Here we go.
Like what contributes if property crime is also down and burglary is also down? Why are we seeing an increase in carjackings? I mean, we saw an increase in the price of used cars and trucks go up by 40%.
Why?
That's a very high number. I think people are...
So wait, it couldn't be because of inflation? See, here comes the cope. Here comes the cope. That brains are turning. Them wheels up in there like, all right, now listen here. I'm a bleeding heart liberal. There's no way that Joe Biden and the Democrats have contributed to crime by demonizing police and going easy on punishing criminals. There's no way. There's no way. And there's no way these trucks and cars went up in price because of Joe Biden's economy, the Bidenomics. No way. No way. So here's what I'm going to conclude. Now, if you meet this woman in a bar, after seeing this clip, walk away. She's compromised. Mentity. She's compromised. Here we go.
Really struggling to afford cars. And it's really sad because you see the main contributing factor of this to be markups done by dealers of 35 and 65%, and you see them raking in record profit. So as the price goes up, their profits go up as well. They're not just accounting for, an incurrence of production cost.
So wait, where are you going with this? You're giving us all of this gibberish to say what? Is it the fault, all these car thefts that's taking place up in D.C. and all these SO-ran cities by Democrats? It's because of what? Greedy car dealerships, manufacturers marking up their price? Is that what it is? So let's see.
They're just raising the price as a part of their regular dealership markup, and people are really struggling. They need cars to go get groceries, go to work, what have you.
Okay.
I think this is a huge misunderstanding of why people.
Wait a minute. Before this lady even get into that, did she say people are struggling? They need cars to go to work and so on and so forth. So wait, they're stealing them. That's what you're telling me. I don't even know who the woman is. All I know is she's on the hill. So this is her conclusion. This is the liberal conclusion. So let me get this straight. Kev got to go to work. I'm like, dang, man, my car broke down. Instead of calling off or calling a friend or calling an Uber, I'm going to go steal my neighbor's car. Because I can't afford another one. He'll never know I have it. Park it in the garage at night like they're trying to repo it. Hide it out. Who knows? He doesn't go to work until 9 anyway. I got to be there at 7. He'll never see me coming. Unbelievable. That's her conclusion, man. So people are stealing all of these cars in SO red liberal cities because they got to go to work and go to get groceries and stuff like that. Wow. That's a stretch. So this lady starts off like,
People are taking cars. And I'll start with the fact, with your point on violent crime. Across the country, yes, violent crime decreased between 2020 and 2023 for a variety of reasons, not least of which being the end of the pandemic. But in major metropolitan cities, violent crime is still up. In fact, in D.C., violent crime is up 39%. Oh. Carjackings have doubled, among other metrics.
Yeah, because people need to go to school and go to get groceries and stuff like that. I'm sure these are all mature, middle-aged, respectful people who are just down on their luck. So they figured out, you know what, let me go steal a car. Now, here's the crazy part about it, about what this lady just said. How many people out there that aren't criminals know how to steal a car? No key in it, nothing. You done made time enough to invest in learning how to jimmy into a car and hotwire it or do whatever to steal that bad boy. Now, you're telling me your person is simply just down on your luck. You're not a criminal. No, you just say, hey man, I got to get to work. I got to go get groceries. So what I'm going to do is go online, I guess, check out a YouTube video on how to, get into a car. If that's the case, we would never have to call, AAA to help you break into your car. You wouldn't have to call, the police to jimmy into it. Everybody would know how to do it, I guess. They'd all be like, man, I don't need to call AAA. Look, all you got to do is just, you pop this and this. How many people know how to do this? Not a lot, unless this is your mission. If your goal and mission is, man, I'm about to steal me some cars. How you do it again? You probably learned this skill from other thieves, other criminals. Yeah, you've made an investment into learning your craft. But this lady is making it seem like just regular, everyday, law-abiding citizens are in that bad of luck where they say, I'm going to start stealing some cars. Somebody said, got a new phone? Unsubscribe me from Cavs Corner. See, if bootleg crap like that, please resubscribe and make sure you turn them notifications on. So now, this lady has to conclude like, I don't think it's because they have to go grocery shopping.
But on the issue of carjackings, the cars are not being stolen because people need cars to go get groceries.
No, not at all. Well, wait a minute. Maybe. Let's look and see this law-abiding adult right here who stole a car because he needs to get to school, I'm sure.
Sources familiar with the investigation confirmed that Tony was arrested last May for a carjacking and robbery spree.
What?
This map shows the area where he allegedly committed 9 crimes in a 6-week period. News 4 reported he was 12 years old at the time.
Tony? Why? I know Tony just wanted to get to school. That's all it was. At the playground. That's where I saw this cutie. That's all he wanted. So, Tony was 12 and still in cars, and I'm pretty sure it's because groceries and because of all of that stuff. Boy, liberal logic, man. I mean, that lady, she did better than I responding to that stupid justification. I mean, I don't think that they're stealing cars because of work and school and stuff. See, I'd have been like, what did you just say? What did you just, hold on for a second. Let me put you on speakerphone. I want all my friends to hear what you just said as a justification for people stealing cars. But then we go to The View with Jessica. Poor Jessica. I mean, the sad part is Jessica got a good heart. I've been watching her on The View. I mean, not The View, but The Five for years. And, you know, she seems like a nice girl. But the liberalism gets in the way. It just messes up her head. She can't get right. So here is her assessment of the current state of America. And it's not that bad, according to her.
I do know that the country looks a hell of a lot better than it did on January 6th.
Really?
And I do know from what...
Honestly, I don't know.
What?
I mean,
really?
There's been so much
Have you seen the footage?
Have you seen the border? Have you seen gas prices? Have you seen inflation?
And they're
have you
down.
seen schools?
And yes,
There is a...
Look at her. She's glitching. She's glitching, y'all. She's sitting there like, what? She was shocked that they all was like, what? That was that pure, innocent, liberal reaction. Like, surely you see it through my liberal lenses, don't you? You can see that, right? That everything's better than it was on J6. I'm going, actually, everything was worse after that. So here she is, genuinely shocked. What? They're all like, really? What are you looking at? So now she's glitching up as they're going, well, what about this? What about that? What about this? Listen to her cope.
what is better? What is better? What's better? What is better?
Think about it.
The economy is better.
What?
Crime and safety is better.
What?
What's better? What is better? The economy is better.
Crime and safety is better.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Tonight, rampant shoplifting in the district reaching a whole new level here. A flyer now posted in one neighborhood calling for shoplifters to ransack their local grocery store.
Wow.
And Angie, that flyer is actually posted outside a vacant storefront in nearby Columbia Heights, calling on people to ransack their local Safeway and even bust the windows.
So these looters are starting to coordinate? I wonder if the feds are infiltrating these calls on this and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, that's my question. How are they all coordinating it? So they all now are coordinating it. All right, here's a group call. Tonight we're going to shoplift. We're going to ransack the store.
Right here, posted on the window of this vacant storefront on Irving Street. Shoplifters unite, it says. Take everything that's not nailed down.
So wait, they stuck the flyer on the door of the store. We're living in the purge. Man, we're straight up in this bad boy like, welcome to the jungle. We had fun and games. Welcome to the jungle. That's what we living in. So we're living in Thunderdome, Mad Max era. These people are posting stuff on the door like, all right, we're having a shoplifting party tonight. Everybody's invited. Come on, we're going to go ahead and break this store down and tear up stuff. So let's continue.
Bust windows.
That's nice.
5 Below, next door to where that flyer is posted, now closes early at 5. And on January 14th, they're shutting down for good. At Target, this sign warns minors they need to be accompanied by an adult. And across the street at CVS, this security guard is now patrolling totally empty shelves.
What? You see that Mother Hubbard couldn't get a bone in that store right there. If I was a man who needed some medicine, needed to go get some toilet paper, and rolled up in that bad boy. All right, I need some butt wipe. Wait a minute, where's everything? Why is there tumbleweed rolling around in the store? Everything's gone. Now either it's been stolen or it's all in the back. Yeah, under lock and key. We have nothing on the shelves. Just tell me what you want. I'm gonna go into the safe and get it. That's how bad things have gotten. But here's Jessica. What? I mean, the economy's better. I think crime is down. And I'm going, what are you saying? Oh, liberalism done got to you. Here we go.
crime and safety is better.
I mean, it's frustrating for sure. I mean, it was nice to have like a convenience store that was actually convenient, but they can't keep anything in stock just because it gets stolen off the shelves.
Wow.
And if you're looking for laundry detergent, you won't find it at CVS, but you will find it at this street vendor right outside, out in the open.
How much for the game?
Okay, you can get $10.
$10.
Cash only? I'll take cash out.
I'll take cash only. Did you see the boldness of these criminals in liberal cities? They are living in Thunderdome. They are out there straight up Mad Maxing it. So they went in, stole the stuff from the store, went right outside the store, and started selling it with the price. They probably inflated it. But wait a minute, the thing on the game says $6.50. Yeah, I know. But it's $10. What? That? Can I just pay the $6.50? No, $10. There's a theft fee. See, I had to go in there and steal all this stuff. See, that's a tax. It's a theft tax. Okay? Now pay the money if you want this. This is unreal. They're not even afraid of the cops coming up and seeing the evidence. Excuse me, sir. What is all this stuff? Where'd you get it from? Found it on the street. Well, could it be that it came out of that store right there that you're standing in front of? Nope. You sure you didn't take this from that store? Sure didn't. Found it on the street. All right now. I'm trusting you because I'm not allowed to arrest you because you're a person of color. So carry on. Good luck with your new business. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. But Jessica, man, if I was a store owner, I would go out there and just start knocking it all off the shelves. There's no way, man. But that's Jessica out here talking about crime is better.
No card.
Okay, got it. So this is a serious issue across the district and really across the country.
No. Don't let him go.
Let him go.
And that, my friends, is called Bidenomics.
That's right. Look at her chuckling. That's what that is Bidenomics. Unbelievable. Man, I'm telling you. I sit back doing this every day and I'm thinking to myself, it's funny, but sad at the same time. There's no way you would have told me maybe 10 years ago that we would be looking at nonsense like this. I would be going, are you kidding me? You're telling me that straight up cops are just saying, look, man, we ain't got no time to be going to arrest people from bum rushing stores and sticking big old flyers up there talking about we're having a shoplifting gathering tonight. We ain't got time to be doing that, man. Yeah, we are so emasculated that the thieves are stealing stuff and selling it right outside the store. I would have never believed that. The fear has been eliminated in liberal cities. So let's get that straight. And speaking of Chameleon Harris, got the nerve to be up there. In fact, it's Bidenomics. Speaking of her, yeah, she done duped somebody who also is suffering from TDS. He got a bad combination. This next person, he got a bad combination, suffering from liberalism and TDS. It's a horrible case. This is one of the worst cases I've seen because this case right here is causing this man to have an internal conflict. See, he allows himself to come to some rational conclusions, but then the TDS and the liberalism kicks in and it undermines his just past conclusion. He's finding a way to be dumb. He's trying to justify why what he just said that made sense now no longer makes sense. And I'm talking about Charlemagne, who is insane in the membrane.
If I had to vote for somebody right now today, it would definitely be Kamala Harris.
What?
And the reason it would be Kamala Harris is because I was liking Kamala before she even announced, she was running for president. She won Breakfast Club last year. And, I had been following her for the past 2 or 3 years. Okay. And, I just was intrigued by Kamala Harris for some reason. I know people question her record as a prosecutor, but it was a lot of the things that she was doing in that space that I thought was very progressive, like the Back on Track program and, making her officers wear body cameras, stuff like that had me engaged. Like, wow, who is this Kamala Harris? And of course, she's a black woman, so
there it is. That was the biggest factor. Because if she'd have been Sarah Palin, if she'd have been anybody but a black woman, And that's exactly why they picked her, you idiot. Because she's a black woman and she knew you would, they knew people like him would fall for it because she's a black woman. They would overlook all of her record out there. They would overlook what she did out there, her embarrassing campaign as she claimed she was running for president. They would overlook all of that. We's about to get ourselves the first black female vice president. That's all they saw. So he's not even realizing he's a victim of manipulation. Victim of, them just simply using identity politics to sway black votes.
I was definitely intrigued by that. That's just natural. Like that could be my sister. That could be my, aunt. That could be my,
one of your daughters.
My daughters.
Yeah, and it could be your downfall. See, you never let race, gender, and all of that stuff compromise your rationale. Stop for 1 second and say, don't let me trust me, I'm all for elevation of black people, but nonetheless, I don't say, well, let's elevate them above reason. Let's elevate them above their qualifications. Let's elevate them above equality, where it's like, here's a more qualified whatever, but this person's black. So, sorry, person, right there. I don't roll like that. If you are qualified and you're black, I'm proud. Clarence Thomas, I'm proud of him. Ben Carson, proud. But if Ben Carson was a raggedy brain surgeon, I wouldn't be saying, let this man operate on brains just because he's a black man. I mean, Clarence Thomas, if he was like Ketanji John Jackson, did Joe Biden try to say her name? If he was like that, where she gets up there talking about I don't know what a woman is. I mean, like what? I'm not a biologist. I would be going, he's a raggedy judge. That's what I would be saying. But here's Charlemagne out here saying that because she was a black woman. Yeah, that was the hook. But let's see how this black woman treats him after she gets into office.
I mean, my friend, of course, black women. So it's like, I'm intrigued by that. I was like, she could be president. I always thought that. If you go back and watch our first interview, I told her, if you run, we'll support you. They're acting like they can't hear me.
Oh.
I can hear you.
Oh, so who's the real president of this country?
Wait, there's his friend. There's his friend that he supported, Kamala Harris, y'all. There's his friend. She's back on the show. And Charlemagne got a couple grievances that he's about to drop on her. Let's see how she treats her buddy and pal that she went on to his show talking about she was smoking weed and stuff. Y'all remember that? Boy, I tell you, she went on there pandering up some stuff, man. So you ever smoke weed? Man, y'all crazy over this mug. Yeah, you know me. I might have, dibbled and dabbled a little bit. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tops, rolling roach clips and stuff. You know me, baby. Okay. You ever listen to rap music while you was doing it? Oh, rap music? Like who? Oh, okay. Come on, chameleon. This is what you're born to do. Adapt and adjust to every scenario and situation. Think of any rappers, because I don't listen to rap music. Let's see. There's Tupac. No, is it Tupac? Yeah. All right, Tupac. And what's the other one? Drinking orange and juice. Wait, hold on. Who is that? Snoop rap? Snoop Cat? Snoop Dogg. There we go. All right, there was the Tupac and Snoop Dogg. All of them, man. All of them. Yeah, that's what that chick did on his show. Now, he should have been mad about that right after he found out she was lying. But no, he kept his support. Then he got the nerve to come back and try to question her about Joe Biden. And let's see if she defends him and respects him, or does she do what?
Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlemagne. Come on. It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican.
Hush up, boy.
You heard Joe. Hush up, boy. All right? Don't you get out there questioning me. Hush up, boy. She out here like, hey, first of all, let me check you, okay? All right? Hey, you ain't gonna be up here disrespecting the white man who I work with that I called a racist and a segregationist when we were running against each other. Yeah, you ain't gonna be disrespecting him. So he got the nerve to forget his place. There you go. Yeah, he thought he was in the in crowd. Gonna have to question her. She's like, oh. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. So let's finish hearing her talk to her beloved friend Charlemagne.
About asking whether or not he's president.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden, and I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris.
Biden is a different generation.
Yeah, you hear that? So he thought he still had clout. Let me get my girl. Hold on, man. Y'all want? Hold on. Let me see something. Shoot, man. I'm sick of this mess. I want to find out what's going on. Where'd I put that? Okay, there it is. Yeah, he was on the show, y'all. He's like, hold on, man. I got first. Call up Chameleon. Hello, this is Charlemagne. Yeah, could you find Chameleon for me? Well, she gonna put me on hold? Oh, okay. Oh, what she act like she can't hear me now, huh? Okay. Charlemagne, why are you calling me? We only needed you during the pandering moments of our campaign. Okay, but well, anyway, I just want to know some stuff. And she went ahead and went in on this dude, put him back in his place. Now, that should have been a wake-up call, right? But nope, this guy, he doesn't learn from his mistakes. So now here he is out here because he didn't hush up. He's now on CNN talking and complaining about Joe Biden, who he endorsed.
Right? I mean, let's just be frank. Joe Biden is what, going to be 77 years old this year. Does age matter?
Yes, I do think age
and
matters,
brains,
you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're dealing with somebody like Joe Biden, because, I got my questions about Joe Biden. Like, after learning more about Joe over the past few months, I question why even Barack Obama picked him as vice president.
Yeah. See, now it seems like he has just a little bit of, I'm talking myself out of TDS. I'm talking myself out of liberal logic. I'm trying to come out of it, but the more I try to get out, it pulls me back in. See, it sounded like he was just, saying some of the things that I was saying. When black folks was telling me Trump's a white nationalist, Trump this and that, I'm going, Barack Obama picked one of the perhaps most racist white Democrat politicians that have left crumbs of racism for decades all over the place, has disrespected the history of black people, have done all kind of stuff that black folks and other minorities and liberals should be furious over. Furious. Stolen valor about all kind of stuff. Went to rescue Nelson Mandela. That's right. Kicked the jail cell down and went in and single-handedly threw him over my shoulder and ran out full speed. Just straight up making stuff up. And yet they just swept that under the rug, overlooked it because Charlottesville, because, the Trump, the Mexican statements and all of the stupidity, man. So they're very tolerant when it comes down to all of the baggage that comes along with their people because they have to cope. See, the ideology is bigger than logic, facts, reality, all of that stuff. So let's see this guy. Maybe he'll get out this time. Maybe he's going to get out of this matrix. Who knows? Let's see.
Just because of things like the 94 crime bill. And, he didn't just, vote on the 94 crime bill. He wrote the 94 crime bill, especially one of the passages.
Look at you talking your own
push,
self. You making your own case, man.
Incarceration, and just things he said, like Barack Obama is the first mainstream black person who was clean and articulate. Like, just that wording, disturbs me in a lot of ways, So I just wonder if somebody that's Joe Biden's age, can you really teach an old dog new tricks?
Now, if I'm his psychologist, we're making progress. Yeah, see, the first step to healing is accepting reality. See, if you come into my office and I ain't got no alcoholic problem, I don't know what you're talking about. Sir, you're drinking right in front of me, huh? Oh, this is, didn't you prescribe this? No, I didn't. Oh, I thought you prescribed it. Anyway, but I ain't got... Versus you come and say, man, look, I done lost my family. Man, every day I wake up, I get drunk as soon as I get out the bed. And then I'm drunk when I go to sleep. I'm drunk in the shower. I'm drunk when I'm drunk. Even the voice in my head sounds drunk. That's how drunk I get. Where I'm like, okay, all right. Wait, is that me? Do I sound like that in my head? That's how drunk I get. And it ain't right. I need to get out of it. And then right after you say, but I'm going to go get a drink, okay? Because I really do like drinking. This is that guy. This is that guy that comes into your office and frustrates every psychiatrist, psychologist, because he just basically describes his own problems. He's acknowledging all of that. But watch what he does, y'all. Yeah, went ahead, gave a confession, built a case. But look, this is the guy he voted for and supported.
I have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Please, Mr. President, give America the ultimate Christmas gift and step aside.
You ain't allowed to say that there. You's about to get yourself in trouble, boy. You heard Joe Biden. Hush up, boy. Can't be out there talking like him. He's gonna send Kamala Chameleon after you again. You hear this, dude? Step aside. But why, Charlemagne? Why? Is it because Joe Biden has raggedy policies and his liberal ideology is horrible? No. It's because Joe Biden hasn't fulfilled all the liberalist policies that this guy thinks should have been fulfilled. See, this is the crazy part about this. When you get a liberal who gets mad at the Biden administration, they get mad for the wrong reasons. They don't get mad because they're saying, man, this dude done destroyed the border, destroyed the economy, just depleted the military. Crime is crazy. The man can't talk. The man can't walk. The man can't do stuff. And yet, here I go saying he didn't do enough of that. This is what kills me. This is where that darn liberal logic, man. He's not coming to the right conclusions. Charlemagne, that's why I'm here to try to counsel you out of this. I want you to rethink it, okay? You're making progress right here when you came out and said he should step aside. But ask yourself, why? Let's continue.
Have you ever heard the term a wake-up call?
Uh-oh, he's about to get some harsh counseling by Larry Elder, y'all. Got the nerve to bring a black conservative on his show. Yeah, asking him, you ever heard of the term N-word wake-up call? Got the nerve. Now, I know where he's going with this, and so does Larry Elder. He knows where he's going with this, too. Yeah, it done brought this black sellout on my show who think the white man has accepted him. That's what he think. But see, them white folks don't accept you, boy. Yeah, when you gonna learn? That's the crazy part about black liberals. They have no idea that they're not really accepted by white, powerful liberals. The Democrat, powerful, the upper echelon, they're not really accepted. They're used by him. He has no idea that he's the puppet. But here he is talking about, yeah, you ever heard of an N-word wake-up call? Thinking he about to let a brilliant man like Larry Elder have it. Gonna check his black card, baby. And watch how this goes. This is some tough love right here.
No. It is an incident where a person of color forgets that they are of color and are reminded rather brutally by an unexpected act of racism. Have you ever had any of those?
Oh, brother.
I'm just asking.
He knows it's coming.
You think you've ever
Well,
had
I'm acutely aware, Charlemagne, that I'm a black person, just as you are a black person. And when Joe Biden insulted you by saying, you ain't really black, we don't know whether or not you want to vote for me or vote for Donald Trump, it seems to me that should have been a wake-up call on your part.
Oh, that didn't go as planned. I guess Charlemagne, who's insane in the brain, forgot that old white racist got up there on his show. For what? What do you mean I should come back and talk to you blacks? I made my pandering appearance. If you don't know who you're voting for by now, then you ain't black. And take that. Put it in your Jerry curl and smoke it. Okay? Go back to your picnics and your double dutching and all of the stuff you people do. Your boogalooing and your pop locking. Go back to that stuff. Dang on it, your asymmetric haircuts and your barbecue chicken eating fried food all the time. Eating popsicles that's fried, eating anything. Everything's fried for you people. Tell you, man, that's why I don't want my kids interacting in a racial jungle. But Charlemagne, you're not like the rest. You're clean cut. You know what? Look at you. You can talk, kind of, I guess. But there it is. That's how disrespectful it was. Of course, with a little exaggeration. But Larry Elder just slapped him in the face with his own statement. That should have been a wake-up call. But that liberalism and that TDS just straight up made him blow past Joe Biden disrespecting him and didn't catch it. He don't even realize he's a victim of the concept that he's trying to get Larry Elder for. So Larry has to finish helping him come to some conclusions. Here we go.
How dare this guy come in here and insult you, a black man, and tell you you got to think a certain kind of way? I'm amazed that you weren't mad about that.
I'm not gonna say it upset me, just like I'm not letting you upset me.
Whatever. Whatever. See, Larry Elder straight flipped that mess right back over. He jujitsu'd that whole remark because, see, Charlemagne was prepping it. He was setting it up to try to question Larry Elder's blackness. You know what an N-word wake-up call is? Yeah, it's when a person of color realize that they're still black. And it's totally, I mean, it kills me, the lack of awareness that you're the person you're talking about. You don't realize that? You're that guy. And Larry Elder wonderfully broke that down. Now, Charlemagne just got hit with his own reality right there. And the way he coped is, well, I just took it and chuckled, I guess. Didn't make me mad, just like what you're doing ain't making me mad. It should be destroying your pride. It should be making you swallow what you just tried to get him to admit to.
I mean, I don't tend to get upset over things like that. But what I did say...
Well, you just not talk about it. Call, and it seemed to me that should have been a wake-up call on your part to have a white guy come in here who also said, by the way, about Mitt Romney, because he didn't want to put more regulations on Wall Street, going to put y'all back in chains. And Joe Biden has lied for decades about his civil rights record, claiming that he desegregated movie theaters and restaurants in Wilmington, Delaware, when he didn't do any of that. He lied and said that he tried to visit Nelson Mandela during apartheid South Africa. He did not. And he came in here and told you aren't even black and let you think a certain kind of way. It seemed to me that should have been a wake-up call for you, but it wasn't, apparently.
Oh! So now what Charlemagne just got is a taste of his own medicine. Larry Elder just gave him an N-word wake-up call right there. That's what he just did. So he got two. He got one from the white nationalist, white supremacist, racist president that he voted for and supported. So then Larry Elder has to help him realize that he got that from Biden. He had to help him. But Charlemagne's still in denial because of his pride. See, he thought he was the owner of all soul brother blackness right there. Gonna bring this very proper talking black man on his show who speaks with the King English. Yeah, I'm gonna show this brother right here, man, that he ain't accepted by these white folk. Hey man, you ever heard of an N-word wake up call? Actually, looks like that you just beautifully broke that down, Tim. So let's see if that helps Charlemagne out to come to some conclusions and come up out of his TDS or come up out of his, liberal logic here.
AC won't let nobody prime. They won't do no primaries next year, man. Do a primary debate. Put Joe Biden up on that stage with Bobby Kennedy, who's challenging him, and Marianne Williamson, and whoever steps up to the plate, and let's have a discussion.
What? It looked like he got some help. Did Larry Elder help him? Perhaps. I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't need to see him in my office. Maybe I don't need to counsel him because he was just up there bringing out the reality that the Democrats don't believe in no democracy. They don't care if you don't like Joe Biden, Charlemagne, insane in the membrane. They don't care about that. We're going to stick whoever we want out there. You get that? Now hush up, boy. So here he is, y'all, looking like progress is being made. But of course, he lands himself on CNN and backslides. Dang on it.
Ask you, Charlemagne. I mean, you made some waves in a recent interview saying that you regret endorsing Joe Biden. Why?
It's not that I regret endorsing Joe Biden. It's just that, I think that we all can get burned, by politicians. Because when I say endorsing, I put my name and my reputation on the line with my listeners, and when my listeners feel like he didn't deliver, they come back to me and they say, hey man, you're the one who told us to vote for Joe Biden.
Look at that, y'all. It might have helped
Kamala Harris. So I care about my listeners and what my listeners think, but I do want to say that
what? Who knows, y'all? Should we pop the champagne early? Watch this guy right here talk himself right out of everything that he has tried to come to a conclusion of. It's unreal. Now, he said people could get burned by politicians. You're right. But guess who didn't get burned by a politician? People who voted for Trump. I mean, maybe somebody out there say, well, I voted for Trump, but he didn't. But you got to be foolish to not see that Trump stepped in and with everything within his power went after every promise that he gave the American people. That's why he's my guy. That's why I'm saying, other politicians might talk a good game, but this guy's been tested. He took pride in getting in office and checking off everything that he did. Here's, all right, didn't I tell you I was going to do this? Didn't I tell you? And I was able to see the other things that Is that an airplane outside my window? What the heck? Yeah, I was able to see the other things that he attempted to do, but was met with opposition by both parties at times. So this is the guy that I say, yeah, I wasn't disappointed in him. Yeah, I got what I asked for. Okay, it might have been a risk the first time, like, okay, I'm hoping Trump get in there and do. But after you start seeing him do these things, it's like, oh man, this is a person who wants to actually show the people that I did everything that y'all voted me in office to do. So now this guy seems like he's making some progress. He's being helped. But let's go ahead and watch his demise right before our eyes.
You know, I think President Biden historically has been a lack of a better word, a shitty elected official. But you know, Donald Trump is the end of democracy as we know it.
So you'd vote for Biden?
Holy crap! There it is. There's the relapse. There's the compromise of all that logic and conclusions and coming to all of this and Joe Biden's this and that. We need to get rid of him, only to land on what his TDS. It kicked back in. So now Trump's the end of democracy as we know it. Not the man who, y'all already know all the details about Joe. But watch this. He gonna take it one step further, y'all. So now, his Trump derangement syndrome and his liberalism is greater than his common sense and reality. Listen to what this man is going to say Donald Trump is.
Again?
I'm not saying either or, but I think, you know, since y'all ask answers, because that's what y'all do on CNN, you like to ask answers, like you ask. What I said is you asked is if Donald Trump was black, you know, would he get locked up? You know the answer to that.
But I mean, right? I don't know the...
Now you see that? That's where the liberal logic compromise his common sense. You ask me if Donald Trump was black, would he get locked? He's not even able to see that if Donald Trump wasn't Donald Trump, he would never even be charged with all of this. This fool is not able to see that Joe Biden is guilty of all of this stuff and no charges have been brought to him at all. The same people who always, white privilege, white supremacy, white this and they, all they do, the black people gets treated, mistreated and all of this stuff. The justice system is biased against blacks. That man should be in somebody's jail cell right now. And if he wasn't a Democrat, not just white, but a Democrat, he would be. And if Trump wasn't an outsider to the uniparty and a threat to globalists and all of that stuff in their power, Trump wouldn't be going through all of this either. So this guy's saying if he was black, he would be locked up. And I'm going, that's your conclusion? You've been compromised. I wanted to have faith that you were making progress, but you just relapsed before my eyes right here. And then he's going to say the most asinine thing ever.
So you are going to vote for Joe Biden?
I think it's simple and plain. Like, you know, if you, Donald Trump is the end of democracy as we know it. I don't know what to tell people. And I know it sounds, when you say that now in 2024, you've heard it so much because every time, you know, there's a Republican candidate, people say, oh, it's the end of democracy. He's the end. They keep going so far to say, oh, he's the end.
So he's trying to make progress. Yeah, common sense is trying to kick back in and say, wait, Charlamagne, did you just say end of democracy as we know it? Yeah, that people do be saying this all the time, and it usually turns out a lie. Usually turns out to be false. It falls flat. But this time, then that TDS kicks back in, but this time, it ain't gonna let him get free, y'all. So now he says, what about Donald Trump?
Democracy, he's the. They keep going so far to say, oh, he's the Antichrist. Like, but this is one of those times where it really, actually, positively is true.
Dang on it! He backslid. All of our progress is just completely wiped away. Not only did he backslide, y'all, this man went so far to say that Trump is the Antichrist. This time it's true. This time it's true. Now, obviously, this man knows nothing about the description, characteristics, or biblical references of the Antichrist. Obviously, he doesn't. Yeah. See, because if Donald Trump was the Antichrist, then all these globalists would love him. If he was the Antichrist, all of these liberals wouldn't be running around like this white nationalist fascist. They wouldn't be doing that. See, if he was the Antichrist. This idiot right here doesn't even realize. That's why people like that will not even be able to recognize the real Antichrist. Because he'll be somebody slick like Obama. See, I'm not saying Obama's the Antichrist either. But I'm just saying he might be a prelude to the Antichrist. Comes out, says the right things. Everybody, pretty much overlooks any flaws. They don't ask no questions. He knows just how to woo the people. That type of person. Trump doesn't even talk like an Antichrist. The Antichrist is going to be smooth, slick, and oily with his speech. He's not going to be out there saying, you know what, these people live like vermin amongst the United. He ain't going to be saying stuff like that. He's going to be slick and oily. And guess what else the Antichrist ain't going to do? He ain't going to be supporting Israel like Trump did. Hey, he might give him some false support for a little bit. But this fool out here talking about this time it's true. It's true. Oh, Charlemagne. Insane in the brain. But he's not the only one. Listen to this Trump derangement syndrome with these journalists who are just fair and balanced, y'all, who is caught on a hot mic joking about what? Doing something to the former president. This right here is scary. It shows what they think. Listen to this. Caught on a hot mic.
The worst part is, even if he's hanging out of it, he'll be on the other side of the
If he's driving, we've got a good shot.
Yeah, if he's driving with the front window open.
Yeah. Or if it's convertible.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Like JFK. It was like a JFK.
I'm going to have to read the transcript.
Just like they told JFK, you know what you should do? You should
JFK.
take the convertible. It's so nice out.
Don't worry. I got the transcript. Let's see what they were saying. Oh, you know what the worst part is? Even if he has a window open, he's hanging out of it, he will be on the other side of the street. Where could this be going? Journalist too. I mean, if he's driving, we got a good shot. Now, what kind of shot are they talking about? Are they talking about a picture? But wait, it goes on. Journalist one. Yeah, if he's driving with the front window open, then the second journalist, yeah, or if it's a convertible. So wait, are they talking about taking pictures of Trump? Yay, look at it. They're just talking about taking pictures of Trump, or are they? Journalist one, yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. Journalist two, yeah, like if he just pulled up. Journalist one, like who? JFK. So they ain't talking about pictures, y'all. They're talking about something else. And then journalist two laughs. Journalist one comes back. Maybe someone just like they told JFK. You know what you should do? You should take a convertible. It's so nice out. So what comparison are you trying to make here, you nasty, stinking, dirty journalists? As you joke about them trying to suggest, Trump, hey, why don't you go and take the convertible, Trump? It's very nice out. Why would you suggest that? Huh? Wow. These people right here are joking about Donald Trump, you know what. Now, hot mic. But that goes to show how far we have fallen when it comes down to morality, integrity amongst these so-called professionals. When they're sitting around clowning about that. That's the worst case of TDS right there, where you're not even aware of what you're suggesting and joking about. You're even as bad as I despise, and I mean I despise Joe Biden. What I will not say is somebody need to do something like that. Mad Max, I will go up in there and take Trump out tonight. See, I don't joke like that. These are so-called journalists. Now, they got busted on a hot mic. Do you think they are going to say, well, maybe I should step down because there's no way that I can ever suggest that my reporting is non-biased. It's very clear that I am a hitman. Almost literally. You're wishing that something like that would happen to Donald Trump. You're joking about it. So every piece that these people write, everything that they cover about Donald Trump should be thrown in the garbage. If I was the editor, as soon as I get it, I'd be like, what's this? Oh, it's my new piece on Donald Trump. Right in the trash. Nobody's going to believe this piece because you got busted on a hot mic joking about what should happen to Donald Trump. But this is where we at. TDS, man, is running rampant where they've come to that conclusion where that joke is acceptable. Where's the FBI? Thank you. Could you imagine some conservatives being busted on the mic joking about that? You can't even joke about Hillary Clinton without going to jail. So they probably win some type of award for that joke. For the best joke of the year, these two journalists caught on a hot mic, a Pulitzer Award. Here you go. So now let's go ahead and close out with the crackheads back, y'all. So the crackhead done did a cameo appearance. He done popped up in a visit, y'all. Oh, snuck up in there to Congress with his entourage. Oh, man. Look at him. Don't be talking about holding me in contempt. Man, I ain't dodging nothing. Look at it. Y'all up here having these votes, man, trying to hold me in contempt. And I'm coming up in this mug showing y'all I ain't scared. I ain't scared. So let's see the prodigal son come home and leave again.
From South Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Chairman Comer. First of all, my first question is who bribed Hunter Biden to be here today? That's my first question. Second question, you are the epitome of white privilege, coming into the Oversight Committee, spitting in our face, ignoring a congressional subpoena to be deposed. What are you afraid of? You have no balls.
Oh, wow. Now, see, some of these Republicans are, in my opinion, some people might say, well, why are they saying things like white privilege or, can a woman speak in this and that? I'm able to try to, okay, Nikki Haley, when she started bringing up I'm a woman and all of this stuff, that was her using identity politics to cover her own butt. But what's happening here is these people are bringing up identity politics references and liberal references to show the hypocrisy that comes out of the Democrats. Okay, because remember, they're always talking about white privilege. They're always talking about women should be respected, all of that stuff. So now they're throwing this stuff back in their faces to show that you guys are exactly what you claim everybody else is. So here's the little kid who should have been in jail a long time ago. And he comes up in there with his buddies and stuff, and he's going to go ahead and say, hey, before you hold me contempt, look at this. I showed up. I didn't show up for a hearing. I just showed up to show y'all I ain't scared. I'm here. So now she says, you ain't got no balls. Oh, man, you out there with no balls. You can't play baseball with just the bat. You need the balls, too. So here he is up in there talking about some, I'm here. Only here, though. So let's see what the Democrats do, because they're upset that she gonna bring that up about Hunter not having no testicles, no wabbles. So let's see how they jump in and then all of a sudden try to run interference for him. As we know, they coordinated this with Hunter's crew and the White House. Look, we're gonna let Hunter show up at this, and y'all go ahead and try to force the Republicans into a on-the-spot hearing and deposition from Hunter, knowing that they're not going to operate like that, or are they? Here we go.
To come up here and
Mr. Chairman, point of inquiry.
Mr. Chairman,
here they come.
If the gentlelady wants to hear from Hunter Biden, we can hear from him right now, Mr. Chairman. Let's take a vote and hear from Hunter Biden. What are you afraid of?
Hold on. Order.
Hold on. Let him go. Now, here this guy gonna come in after she just drops the ball statement on Hunter. Mr. Chairman, reported on her. He didn't wait for the chairman to say, sure, go ahead. Just jump right in. And goes out right there. If y'all want to hear from the Republicans, want to hear from Hunter Biden, you can hear from him right now. I mean, he's right here. What's up? See, now I love when people think that they're going to call your card and it backfires. I love it. I love when they be like, what's up? I'm right here, right now. We can do this, baby. Thinking that the person will be like, man, go on, man. I ain't trying to. And the person be like, yeah, let's do it. Come on. You go, uh-oh. All right, somebody hold me when I go. What you want to do? Get off me. Yeah, you're not ready for that right now. You're not ready for that response. So now here, this guy's gonna call the Republican bluff and interrupting her trying to get a soundbite, trying to go ahead and take the heat off of Hunter and talk about, oh, well, you know what, if y'all want to hear from Hunter and the gentle lady. And now what did she do? She said, well, you're interrupting a woman. Yeah, you're interrupting a woman. What can you do? You're not supposed to be doing this. You respect all women, right?
Are women allowed to speak in here or no? Are women allowed to speak in here or no?
Only if they're liberal. Only if they're Democrat women. There you go. Anybody else? No. Yeah, we throw identity politics out the window when it comes down to conservatives.
I'll interrupt the chairman. I don't know that he's a lady.
I think that that Hunter Biden should be arrested right here, right now, and go straight to jail. Our nation is founded on the rule of law.
Come on.
And the premise that the law applies equally to everyone, no matter what your last.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of
It
order.
doesn't matter who you are.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Biggs over here.
Donald Trump Jr.
Biggs over here. State your point, Mr. Biggs. Yeah, my point of order is this. Are we going to continue on with this blatant interruption? This is absurd and inappropriate.
Now watch the peanut gallery. Now here's Diggs coming out and saying, look, man, let me show you how ghetto and how ratchet the Democrats are. Let me show you how unprofessional they are. And Diggs was recognized by the chairman. He's recognized. But the ratchet folks, see, they're not even able to catch the difference between what they're doing and what Biggs did right there. Andy Biggs. I'm calling him Biggs. Biggs. See, they're not able to recognize that. So now this guy's going to come in and try to check Biggs, doing the same stuff that Biggs is talking about.
I intend to give my statement. I don't intend to have anybody interrupted. I'm not going to interrupt your statements. I think you should have decorum and courtesy and don't act like a bunch of nimrods.
You just interrupted a woman.
And that's fine. I got permission.
Can we agree? Everyone has
Mr.
5
Chairman,
minutes. Can we agree?
Point of order again. The assertion that I interrupted was absolutely false. That's typical of the gentleman who spoke it. I got permission to speak from the chairman. I spoke. I was interrupted yet again by the gentleman who doesn't choose to go through the chair and follow proper order. I encourage us. I think if we're going to have any respect at all, we need to have proper decorum. Well,
face that bum who just interrupted him. Face. Oh, well, you just interrupted a woman. See, now once again, you just helped make my example. You just walk right into the trap. You're doing exactly what I just said. No decorum, rude, interrupting folks, and then you're going to try to be sarcastic. You just interrupted a woman. No, I didn't. I went through the proper channels, okay, and you just did exactly what I said you shouldn't do. Democrats, they don't catch it. They don't even see the hypocrisy. They don't see the projection in themselves, and they walk right into this stupid stuff and fulfill everything that we look at them and say, yeah, that's a Democrat MO right there. No, it isn't. Watch me do it right in front of your eyes. We're not like that. Watch this. So now the chairman kind of chuckles like, yeah, thank you for checking this dude.
Well said. Well said.
Well said.
I'd like to finish.
The rules are everyone's going to be recognized for 5 minutes. Anyone that wants to be recognized will be recognized for 5 minutes.
That's
Ms.
the rule.
Mace has 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. Chair recognizes Ms. Mace.
It does not matter who you are, where you come from, or who your father is, or your last name. Yes,
Or how
I'm
much
looking
crack
at you,
you
Hunter
smoke.
Biden, as I'm speaking to you.
Look at her. I would have got up, went over to grab me by his cheeks like a kid. I'm speaking to you. Look at me. Look at me. So Hunter's probably over there hot up under the collar like, oh, God. All right, they talked me into this. Please protect me. Come on, Democrats. Please protect me. Keep me out of the hot seat. So let's continue because, see, she's calling him out. And you know he's over there like Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, yeah, tough crowd. Yeah, I don't get no respect.
You are not above the law at all.
The witness accepted the chairman's invitation.
Now, you see Pee Wee Herman come out there? Excuse me. Excuse me. No, nobody hit me to that, dude. Oh, I guess I'll be on my way then. There it is. So now Pee Wee comes out, and he's trying to defend Hunter and then going to call out everybody. Here he is out there talking about some, hey, yeah, you know what? See all these Republicans talking reckless. Y'all want to do this? We could do this in the streets right now. Right, Hunter? Right, Hunter?
It just so happens the witness is here. If the committee wants to hear from the witness and the chairman gave the witness, that option, then the only folks that are afraid to hear from the witness with the American people watching
are my friends on the other side of the aisle. I don't know if there's a proper motion, Mr. Chairman, but I'll make a motion. Let's vote.
Uh-oh.
Let's take a vote.
Let's take a vote.
Let's take a vote.
So you hear Pee-wee? It's like a big needle that keeps on knitting and knitting and knitting. That's what that dude just did. So he gonna come out to talk about let's take a vote. Hoping that nobody calls his card, y'all. Hoping. But guys, all it takes is Marge Taylor Greene to ruin the show.
Who wants to hear from Hunter right now, today? Anyone? Come on. Who wants to hear from Hunter?
I do.
No one. So, I'm a visual learner, and the visual is clear. Nobody over there wants to hear from the witness. Oh, there's one. Thank you.
Contraire, mon frere. Before you get too far over your skis, he thought he was just going to move on. Thank you. See, nobody wants to. Uh-oh. Oh, God, there's a hand up. I didn't expect this. Hopefully they won't try to ask him no real questions because he didn't come here to do that. This was just a cameo appearance to make it seem like he has integrity. But I'll keep going on and try to defend Hunter. So let's see how this plays out.
Yield for a question?
I'm not there yet, but I will eventually. So there's no one, well, other than one or two, that want to hear from the witness. So the majority of my colleagues over there, including the chairman, don't want to hear from the witness with the American people watching.
Now, y'all see that witness over there with his legs crossed? Looking like Zoolander over there? Yes, just because I'm really, really good looking. Yeah, that's about as dumb as he is. He's like Derek Zoolander. Ooh, that was a close one. For a minute, I thought someone would be saying, "My, you googly." So he's sitting over there thinking that I'm just here. They told me to come here and just shut up and sit there. I don't care what these Republicans say about you. Don't say nothing. Don't respond. Just sit here to show them that you just showed up. And then let the Democrats be your advocates and try to make the American people think that, no, you're not running from Congress. You're not above the law. Hey, man. You here to show them that you're willing to be like the rest of the citizens and face these, request these subpoenas and all of that stuff. But then here comes Marge Taylor Greene.
Miss Greene from Georgia for 5 minutes.
Uh-oh. Where you going?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I guess I'll be on my way then. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. That man right there immediately was like, I'll be on my way. I won't be asking Marge Taylor Greene's questions, man. Even though you just had your advocates get up there. Why don't we ask Hunter right now? He's right here. What y'all want to do? What y'all want to do? Oh, okay, cool. I'll ask him questions. Where you going? Where is it? Why is he leaving? This dude right here took that big fat raggedy tail right between his legs and bounced. Boy, this was classic. I don't even know why they even staged this if they knew there was a possibility of a Republican saying, okay, let's do it. Now, see, this is the difference. Even as a conservative that follows this stuff, I have all types of knowledge and information and facts and references in my head that I don't need to prep for because I'm observing all of this. I follow it. And I recognize all of the corruption, all of the hypocrisy, all of this stuff is burned into my mind. So if I'm hit with a spontaneous situation where they're like, okay, let's have a debate. Or if Hunter walked in right now and they say, Kev, are you prepared to ask Hunter some questions about his involvement in this? I'll be like, yep. See, that's the difference. I don't need to make it up like Democrats do. I don't have to sit back in a think tank and say, all right, how are we going to go after Trump? All right, how are we going to concoction this? I just saw Robert, I forget his last name. He did a video on the clavicle girl, the one that was saying Trump went crazy in the beast and started judo chopping and grabbing the steering wheel and grabbing people by the clavicle. He just did a report showing how the Democrats in the Jake Sisk committee changed all of her testimony. Change it up. Oh, well, you can't say that. Here's what we're going to say you said. Just did all of that. Yeah, they had to sit back and concoction that mess. But me and Marge and probably many of those other conservatives out there in this hearing probably is going, well, I know enough about Hunter's corruption and all of this stuff to go ahead and say, well, let's do it. Let's do it then. So now Marge Taylor Greene is like, oh, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. And Hunter's like, I'm out. Bounced.
Excuse me, Hunter. Apparently you're afraid of my words. Oh. I'd like to reclaim my time, Mr. Chairman.
What are you doing?
Burst their bubble.
I'm leaving on the next plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Kiss me, buy some crack for me. So now the prodigal son leaves again, y'all. He popped up in that bad boy like I'm home, Dad. Oh, wait, nope. I just need some money for some crack. I'm out. So now where's he going? Yeah. Why aren't those Democrats saying, Hunter, come back? I just got up here on national TV and embarrassed myself by saying, look, he's right there. Y'all want to ask him some questions? Let's do it. And they did. And Hunter fled.
Wow, that's too bad.
Look at the chairman. Look at the chairman. He's deep down on the inside. He's loving it. You seem like, yeah. So let's move on with the. I love it too, because now that revealed that these people are nothing but about games. You know, showmanship, perception, politics.
I think it's clear and obvious for everyone watching this hearing today that Hunter Biden is terrified of strong conservative Republican women.
Yeah, that's what
because he can't even face my words as I was about to speak to him. What a coward.
What a coward indeed. He's a full-blown chicken. Caw-caw, caw-caw. Chee-chaw, chee-chaw, caw-caw-caw-chaw. He's a chicken. That's what he is. Chicken. He bounced, y'all. So then Byron Donalds has to come out and kind of summarize what really took place. It wasn't about white privilege and all of this stuff, even though I know they use these references just to throw mud on the left who, you know, they built their whole policies around all of these little statements, woke ideas and stuff like that. So Byron Donalds is gonna wrap it up here.
Let's be very clear. This isn't about Hunter Biden's white privilege. It's about Hunter Biden's Democrat privilege.
Oh. Well, maybe Charlemagne the God needs to hear that too. Maybe Byron Donalds, a black man, need to go on his show and tell him that Democrat privilege trumps black, white, whatever. Their privilege trumps every American, man. So what are you talking about? Talking to Trump would have went to jail if he was the... No. If he was a Democrat, he wouldn't even have these charges. So it's not about white privilege. Then what is it about again? Democrat privilege?
Because Donald Trump Jr. showed up for 5 congressional subpoenas. There was never this circus where he was subpoenaed by House Democrats and he showed up on the Senate side or showed up at the White House to answer in some fake, phony, lame press conference, not actually going to the House and doing what he was compelled by a subpoena to do. Hunter Biden did that. And then...
Wow. Byron Donalds came out and poked him in the eyes. And when they tried to go for the block, he hit him with this. There you go. So, yeah. Why did Don Jr. show up for all of these stupid, bogus subpoenas? Was he above the law? No. Because if he wouldn't have showed up, the media would have had a fit. He thinks he's above the law. The president's son thinks he's... Hunter Biden doesn't show up and you barely hear much about it. And then he comes in with this raggedy show appearance. And that's exactly what it was.
And he has the unmitigated gall to show up here when we know that we're going through actually the legislation for contempt, with, by the way, Mr. Chairman, we should actually get to the legislation of contempt. The speechifying is great, but let's do our business, members. He has the gall to come here, show up, and then when the Democrats are saying, hey, he wants to speak, he leaves.
He leaves.
This is a joke. This is a farce. The man has been subpoenaed by Congress.
He leaves. Now, somebody said Byron Donalds shut down rat skin. Maybe I didn't see that. If you let me know where that's at, because I want to go and check that. I always love seeing rat skin get embarrassed. But we're going to end though with Bubba One's conclusion of all of this going after Hunter and going after Joe Biden and these baseless investigations on Joe Biden and Hunter and all of that stuff. Yeah, Bubba won. Her excellent, well thought out experience, knowledge on impeachment and on government and all of that stuff. She's about to come out and voice that, y'all. You know, now understand, Bubba One is like the prototype of a raggedy, fake, installed politician. I to this day cannot understand why the people of New York keeps voting her in if they really are. If they really are, we don't know. But nonetheless, somehow Bubba One has been installed up there in New York. And what do? They keep bringing her on these shows. Now, you know she got a bubble head. This would be the easiest person to destroy if these fake news networks were treating her like the Republicans that come on to the show. This woman right here, if Anderson Pooper was really trying to hit some hard, tough questions, do you think she would be able to sit here and say what you're about to hear without Anderson Pooper lighting her up 15 to 20 times before she gets done with this statement? She is the easiest person to poke holes in, but yet watch what Pooper does. Pooper gonna sit back and bring her out there and let her just vomit this up.
They're using, and what they're doing is taking impeachment and taking all of the most serious procedures that we have as a country, and they're learning to use it for they're politically weaponizing it.
Pooper, where are you, man? You should have stepped there right there and said, now, wait a minute, I have to interrupt you, Bubble. I have to interrupt you. Are you serious? Are you really saying that it's the Republicans that are doing this and using it for political gain after the Democrats had a bootleg investigation about Russia that took up millions and millions of dollars and lasted 2.5 years, where Hillary Clinton actually paid for the dossier and then had 2 impeachments that led to nothing? Are you really saying this? That's what Pooper should be doing. But watch this. He sits back and keeps observing.
For an election purpose, for a political purpose, and in doing so, they are putting the people of this country, everyday Americans, absolutely at the bottom of the barrel, and they're putting themselves first.
How could you say that? Excuse me. I mean, I hate to interrupt your bubble. I hate to bust your bubble. But how can you say that? Because the Democrats for 4 years did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing but investigate Donald Trump. Took up tax dollars, set on every bit of legislation that could have benefited the people. And you're sitting here telling me that the Republicans are doing that. They don't care about the people, even though an overwhelming amount of Trump supporters are like, somebody investigate these fools. Where's the impeachment? I think they're at least showing an effort to fulfill the will of the people. I can tolerate Republicans balancing and juggling and multitasking. Yeah, yes, handle legislation, but don't let these crooks slide by. So I like what they're doing. They're not doing it enough, in my opinion. But look at Pooper sitting back like this. Yes, continue popping all over my set right here.
It's a selfishness that really endangers this country. It endangers our electoral process. It endangers our legal process.
How? See, because by now he should have interrupted her like 15 times. He would have did it to any real Republican. But no, excuse me, I have to stop you right there, Bubble, again. I'm sorry. I can't let this go. Exactly how? Could you explain how it endangers all of this stuff? Where's the results of the danger? Okay, we got less than 1 year left of Joe's raggedy run here as president. And for the last year and a half, what Republicans had the power, they've been investigating, but how's that put anybody in danger? Except for the Democrats' narratives. Well, that's the only people that's in danger here. It's their party and their power.
It's deeply cynical, and it's done to...
Deeply cynical. Sorry, it's just tough for me to let you go, Bubble, without stopping you and checking you, in fact, checking you in real time. I mean, are you saying it's cynical like Mad Max running around for 2 years straight? Peach 45. Peach 45. Is it cynical like Talib? What we're going to do is get in office, go up there and impeach the MFer. Cynical like that? Perhaps. This is, but if you ever want to know how fake the news really is, just look at this. This interview right here tells it all. This man is straight, but they do it all the time. Come on here, vomit up with narratives that the Democrats want y'all to vomit up. Because trust me, I will not say a word. I'm going to sit right here and let you do it.
Re-elect themselves and line their own pockets.
Re-elect themselves and line their own pockets. Boy, I tell you, man, Bubble One is something else. She was slinging bubbles off, just out there. Just blowing them everywhere. So they're realigning their pockets, but the bubbles don't stop popping right there. Because there's one last small bit of propaganda she needs to push. Because they still got this little hump that they got to get over, which is stopping Trump from being on the ballot. And the hump is the Supreme Court, y'all. It's standing in the way because we got a majority of conservatives. And you know, one of the main ones that we can rely on happens to be a black man, Clarence Thomas, y'all. But trust me, though, it's okay, guys. It's okay because he's really not black. He's really not black, according to the left. Because, see, as much as they love black people, and every black person who gets attacked on the left, every black person who gets punished for their behavior, or, you know, like the president of Harvard. I mean, no, yeah, the only reason, you know, they made her step down is because she's a black woman. There it is. That was it. That is it. So, yeah, you know how they go out there and protect any black person, regardless of what they've done, as long as they're on the left. But then you lose your blackness when you could stand in the way of Democrat corruption. So Clarence Thomas has lost his blackness. Now, all of a sudden, AOC is targeting a black man. Look at this, y'all. She wants him gone. Now, why do you think she wants us to do this?
So why do you think he should recuse himself?
I mean, I think it's very clear.
It's very clear what? That we can't get them to go ahead and vote to keep Donald Trump off of the ballot, because Clarence Thomas is definitely probably going to vote. I wouldn't even say probably. I would put everything on Clarence Thomas that he will be like, what are y'all talking about? I mean, are y'all really trying? How'd y'all come to these conclusions? He has a lot of pull and influence on that court. See, and so he's a pain in their butts. And the scary part to them is he's black. So how do we handle him? How do we handle him? We just won't recognize or focus on his blackness for some reason. That's what we're going to do. We're going to pretend that his blackness don't weigh in. It don't count. It don't count. We just see him as a Supreme Court justice. Every other person of color on the left, we start off with their blackness. We start off with their gender. We start off with all of that. But with Clarence Thomas, he's just a Supreme Court justice. So we can treat him like a white, cis, middle class, upper class white man. That's what we can treat him like. So now here she want him to recuse himself. Why are you trying to stifle his growth? Why are you trying to demote a black man, AOC? I thought you was down with the struggle.
Clarence Thomas and rather his wife.
Oh, his wife?
Participated in the events of January 6th.
How? You see Pooper? You see Pooper just let her vomit that up. First of all, she caught herself before she gets sued. Because Clarence Thomas, okay. Now that bubble's a little too far out. His wife. So now she's going after his wife and making this accusation. Participated in the what of J6? What did she just say? Can you believe this?
In the events of January 6th.
Pooper? Anybody? Anybody on the set's gonna say, excuse me, Bubble. How? I mean, show me. When you talk about participated, was she running up there like Ray Epps? Come on, move forward into the Capitol. Was she doing that? Was she posted outside for 2 days straight? Tomorrow, we gotta go. Was she doing any of that? Was she even there? But Bubble just throws that out there and Pooper sits back. Yeah. Was she sitting in the rooms with Trump and his administration when they were talking about planning to go over and do the speech and stuff, talking about, hey, Trump, this is what you should do when you get over there. Why don't you tell the people to storm the Capitol? See, that's what I would do. Where's the audio? Where's the video footage? Any of this stuff? But she throws that out there. Now, you think any Republican could get away with throwing such a flimsy statement out there with no pushback? They interrupted Vivek 50 times when he got on their show. Anytime you start speaking, I just got to push back. You know what? I got to stop you right there. Trump, when he was interviewed on CNN, I got to stop you, Mr. President. But what about? And this chick just said Clarence Thomas' wife participated in the events of J6.
And now what is likely going before the Supreme Court is a judgment as to whether an event that his wife participated in, that his wife has been investigated by in the January 6th committee.
And found what? Found out what? Was she found to be guilty of anything? Just goes, yeah, shit. See, this is the way they want to run our country. To just be able to use McCarthyism, to use just accusations as facts, I guess, as, convictions. Yeah, we investigated it. And what happened? Oh, nothing. But that means they're guilty, though. That means they've been accused and found guilty according to us, even though they never went through any trial, nothing. So now, it was investigated. She's been investigated. So what are you trying to say, Bubble? Are you trying to say that Clarence Thomas should step down, not because you guys would love to get the Supreme Court to be compromised and vote to keep Trump off the ballots? Not because of that. It's because his wife is compromised, participated somehow in the J6 insurrection that is not listed as an insurrection. FBI didn't say it was an insurrection. None of that. Only people's calling that is you guys and the fake news are calling it an insurrection. But nonetheless, she said his wife, participated in it, was investigated. Therefore, he would have a motive to stop this pursuit of keeping Trump off the ballot because he's really trying to protect his wife, y'all. He don't want it to come out that she was an insurrectionist, do he? So he would only vote to allow Trump to be on the ballot because he's looking out for his wife. That's her case. That's her argument right there on CNN. And Anderson Cooper sits back and let that garbage go. If I was Clarence Thomas, I would call in and be like, excuse me, can I come in and do an interview too to combat what I just watched? Or do you just let this bubblehead go because hopefully nobody listening to her?
And qualifies as an insurrection. And Clarence Thomas
qualifies as an insurrection. According to who? Do you even know what an insurrection is? This is what kills me. Qualifies as an insurrection. Right there. How? Please, could you describe? See, this will be that moment like when she first got in office and they asked her about Palestine. And she said, the occupation of, but I'm not the professional or the expert on geopolitical issues. This will be that moment. Did she say, well, it qualifies as an insurrection? How does it qualify as an insurrection? There it is. But I'm not the expert on insurrections. I'm only the expert on propaganda and lying. That's all I'm an expert on. Because she couldn't describe an insurrection if it bit her in the face. She's a part of an insurrection in the Democrat Party right now. All the shenanigans that's going on and them trying to keep Trump off the ballot is the insurrection. And here she is. It qualifies in the insurrection.
Thomas's decision on that, one way or another, and overall the court's decision on that would directly implicate his wife. And so
Yo, it's too much to bear. My heart can't take it. Did you hear that? And the court's decision. In other words, Clarence Thomas, we know that you're going to come out there and side to keep Trump on the ballot. You're a thorn in our butt. You've been voting against all of our crazy radical ideas and policies. We can't control the Supreme Court because it's the last piece of the puzzle for our real tyranny. Okay. And Clarence, you're in the way. So instead of starting off recognizing your blackness and hailing you as a hero for being a black Supreme Court justice and all of that, now all of a sudden, she's attacking the black man. All of a sudden, all of the arguments that they use for the left, the only reason they're going after this person's because they're black. They don't like black folks. She's not a victim of that. Nobody is just pointing this out. Nobody. Anderson Cooper. Could it be that you're picking on Clarence Thomas because he's black? Could it be that? None of that. Identity politics went bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye identity politics. So now this woman who's down with the struggle all the time. Yeah. All the ethnic people and the indigenous and the black folks are now wanting the black man to step down because she's talking about some darn Well, he would be compromised. His wife right there would be implemented in this. And it's obvious that if he decided to side with Trump not being removed from the ballot, it would be because he's trying to protect his wife. Now, if I was Clarence Thomas, I'm telling you, man, there's only so much you can let these people get out there and lie about. You're lying about his wife. You're saying his wife was a part of an insurrection, all in an attempt to make him do what was that sorry Attorney General Sessions? All in effort to make him do what Sessions did. This is all this is. It's let's get this dude to bow out because, well, you know what, I don't want to. And Clarence ain't going to do that. And they know that. And so here she is out there saying he should just recuse himself.
This is just one of the most classic textbook conflicts of interest. And it would frankly be a scandal if he did not recuse.
That's what the Democrats are producing. That's what CNN is producing. Just let her get on there and throw out those accusations. And see, you know she is nothing more than a big fat tool that is used by the Democrats and the left because they will not allow her to go on any program that would question her at all. I mean, she's not qualified to answer the basic stuff. How did you get in there? Oh, that's a question? I don't know. I just showed up. I floated in. You know how bubbles are. Okay. Well, what's your nationality? I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Mexican. I'm Hawaiian. I'm indigenous. I'm all of that. Really? I didn't know that. Well, you know what? She can't answer the basic stuff. What color is the sky outside? I don't know. You tell me. I'm not a skyologist. Not a skyologist. So they put her on these shows and let her vomit this up, and I'm furious about that. Just trying to destroy his character. That's all that is, because they want to push this 14th Amendment garbage down everybody's throats. And I can't let that go. I can't go for that. No, not on my show. So God bless y'all. God bless America. Thanks for kicking it with me tonight. Yeah, last night we rocked it for 2 hours straight. Tonight, look at that, man. Yeah, we done went ahead and somebody laughing, a skyologist. Yeah, that was pretty funny. And I'm just now chuckling. I'm like, yeah, I did say that was right off top of the dome. You know, the Democrats, they're experts in everything. Oh boy, propagandologists, you name it. Liologists, they're experts in all of that stuff. So thanks for kicking it with me tonight. Make sure that you hit that like button. Oh, and I got a crap load of standalones that I'm going to just upload. So check back with the channel. You can start by making sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. That might help, but honestly, who knows? Who knows? But if that doesn't happen, please check back with the channel, and you might find that you've missed like 50 videos that's been uploaded. Hey, matter of fact, if y'all bored, put together a Kevin's Corner playlist, and when you go to sleep, just hit play on the first video and let them all play all night long. Give YouTube a black eye. They'd be like, wow, his views are just skyrocketing. Everybody's watching his channel every night, all night. Yeah, 35 videos straight. They wouldn't know how to handle it. So please help out the channel by sharing, liking, and watching. And also text MAGA to this number 330-974-4607 if you haven't already, so I can keep you in the loop just in case they bounce me off the internets. And then finally, check out the corner store if you can. And one other thing, my fundraiser. So if you can and you like to participate, my link is right below this video, and follow me on all the other social media platforms. Now, with that being said, man, I got to go and take a bath after watching AOC. Yeah, I gotta shower like the stench off me. See y'all next time. Kevin's Corner. Take care.